Hello everyone, my name is Marie, I live in England and I've just been very ill with the coronavirus. I have not been tested because testing has stopped in this country, but I had all the symptoms. They were very mild and manageable at first for a good few days and then suddenly escalated into what felt like an attack on my lungs and pneumonia. What happened to me was that when the symptoms got really strong and I had an intense pain in my chest and an inflammation in my lungs that felt like a kind of icy fire, and I was getting more and more short of breath, I called the medical helpline 111 and they were not able to advise me further than by saying to stay at home and to call 999, the emergency number, if I got into severe breathing difficulty. Now, I am not a doctor and I'm not a health expert by any means, but I am someone who's used to using plants and natural remedies, natural therapies to heal myself and to treat myself. And I've kept the doctors at bay for the last 25 years at least doing that. And I was not going to just sit and watch it turn into a 999 call. I thought, I'm going to at least try to do something if I can. The reason I'm making this video is because in the process I have found one thing in particular that everyone can do and that helped me tremendously. And I want to share it in case it helps other people too. Now, I had no idea how to treat pneumonia. That was not something I had ever had to deal with. And so I turned to my literature and I have this book. It's called Kitchen Medicine by Julie Bruton Seal and Matthew Seal. And it's basically an encyclopedia of the medicinal properties of things that we've got in our kitchen as food and how to use food as a medicine as well. And to my surprise and relief, there is a chapter on pneumonia in this book. And the number one remedy for pneumonia, you will be baffled by its simplicity, is onion. There are several pages of description of the medicinal properties of onion and also a recipe for an onion poultice to heal pneumonia. Well, I thought, I have nothing to lose. It was getting from bad to worse very quickly. So I tried. And all the remedies that I tried before, all the plants and the various things that I did, definitely helped. I felt like I was being backed up in a fight, but that it was still a battle that I might not win. The one thing that immediately turned it around was this. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So what you're going to need is half an onion, that's enough for one poultice, a knife and a cloth. A tea towel will do, any cloth that you have. And what we're going to do is cut the onion in small pieces. According to Julie, cutting releases the healing alkaloids and covering gives the onion a chance to draw out the poison, the heat or the inflammation. So we're cutting it in very small pieces. That will do. And we're going to put it on the cloth in the middle. And I also mushed it up a bit just to release more of the juice. And then you tie it up just so that it all stays in there. And that's it. That's your poultice. It's quick, it's easy, and everyone can do it. And what you've got to do is apply it directly onto your skin, on your chest, where you feel the pain or the inflammation. And for me, that had instant effect, and I mean immediate and dramatic, from symptoms that were escalating really quickly and dramatically. It's just stopped and then started to recede. The pain went, the inflammation receded, and I could breathe normally again. And it says in the book, just leave it there. And I found that I could leave it for at least 18 hours before needing to change it. So it's very economical as well. A few onions will be enough to last you a week. Now, the only side effect that they warn against, and that I have definitely been aware of on myself, is that it's very harsh on your skin and it can cause skin irritation. And they're saying if that happens, just stop. But when I had pneumonia and I needed it, I thought I will look after my skin later. But the emergency is to get the inflammation down. And then subsequently, I've just given my skin a break every so often when I felt I needed the poultice less. There is also an alternative recipe, which is to cook the onion in olive oil and apply the oil. And it says it will work with onion powder or flakes, and you can also add corn flour or other powder. So everybody will just have to experiment with what works best for them. I suppose just be aware of the irritation if you want to use it on small children. And if you've just got a cough or a little bit of asthma, apparently if you just breathe the onion, it will help already. So just keeping an onion next to your bed, for example, or in your hand as you walk around the house might be enough for you. So just experiment with that. Now, I'm not claiming that this is the be-all and end-all and that it will save the world. If it did, it would be amazing. But I'm very aware that the virus affects different people in different ways and that we're not all equal in meeting it. So if you need help, by all means, get it and get it quickly. But before it gets to that point, at least you know there is something that you can try. And if this helps even one person other than myself, then it will have been worth sharing. With a million thanks and gratitude to Julie and Matthew, whom I believe saved me a trip to hospital. Lots of love to all. Stay safe and remember that you're not alone. We're all together in this.